Hi, this is Lisa Murkshoid for Fuse FM, and I'm here with Israeli band Hadag Nahash.
Hey.
Hey. Say hi, guys, if you'd like to go around.
Hi, I'm Shlomi.
Hi, I'm Yaya.
Hi, I'm Sha'anan.
Hi, I'm Moshe.
Hi, my name is Guy.
I'm David.
Very deep voices there. Very good. Okay, so
Very
you guys,
talented in voices.
you guys have come over from Israel, but you've been around the UK a little bit so far. Where have you guys been?
London and Birmingham.
Birmingham.
And Leeds.
Birmingham.
And Leeds. We just came from Leeds.
Yeah, how was that?
Very nice.
Yeah?
Cool city.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you get to see it much?
No.
Just a few hours.
Just a few hours. That's enough, I'm sure. No offense to anybody from Leeds. In the other room.
Shlomi objected the night scene in
Yeah,
Leeds.
it was pretty cool. I was impressed, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about London?
London sucks, we hate it.
That's what we like to hear. So, why are you guys here?
We're here because we had a few shows here.
Yeah?
If we wouldn't have shows, we wouldn't be here. But
When were you last in the UK? Because it's not often that you guys come
that's
over.
right, we haven't been here for 9 years or 10 years or so.
Mhm.
But honestly now, it's fun to be here. It's great, always to perform in new cities. Leeds and Birmingham was our first time. London also. Last time we were in England, but we didn't perform in London.
Mhm.
And it's always fun to meet new audiences,
Yeah.
have new experiences.
Has your summer been pretty busy? Like, have you been gigging much?
Yeah, summer's a busy time for us most years. This year especially because we released a new album several months ago. So, but we like to be busy. If not, we get bored and start climbing the walls and it gets dangerous.
Yeah. So your new album came out, like I said, 7 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So Time to Wake Up was Manly Hidora.
That's right.
How's the reaction been?
Who wants to take the reaction question?
Good reaction.
That's a good answer. We had every single we released was on major radio stations. Some of them were number one. It accepted well. Accepted well.
What's the difference between, obviously, like the Israeli fan base and then how has it been received worldwide?
The biggest difference is, of course, that fans overseas don't speak Hebrew except for you. You're the only fan overseas that speaks Hebrew.
The only one.
The only one. So when we perform, the emphasis is more on the music.
Mhm.
And like Shlomi said earlier today in an interview in Leeds, and I liked it, he said, the channel, what was that sentence you said? The communication channel?
Yeah.
That was well put. Well spoken.
What was the full sentence?
The communication channel is a musical one.
Yeah. Okay, it's an interesting, because obviously for people that don't understand Hebrew, then the message is kind of lost.
Well, actually, in London, we had translations of the words
Ah, okay.
just behind the stage, and everybody was looking at the translation. Nobody was looking on the stage.
No. Was anybody dancing or they were just like staring straight at it?
Well, they were dancing and staring. It was weird.
Yeah, I must. Yeah, imagine it's pretty weird. There are a few songs on the album that are quite political, so I guess if you're not from Israel, you might not understand exactly what's going on. So, some of the songs you had a complaint about Israel's political parties. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. First of all, this song wasn't written by us. It was written by an Israeli pop artist or poet, singer-songwriter called Meir Ariel, who passed away, I guess, about 10 years ago. And he wrote this song in the 80s. It never had music before. And we came across this text via his daughter, who sent it to me. And it's just astonishing to us how things hadn't changed at all. And his claim in the song is that, and this is a claim that we pretty much stand behind, is that it doesn't really matter who you vote for in our country. Things don't really seem to change. The big problems, the major issues, are always major issues from the time we were born until this day. So everybody urges you to take part in the political game, but that's just what it is, a game.
Okay. And how do you think that was received by the Israeli population?
Well, I think people liked it. They sing it in the shows with us. On elections night, they showed it 1 minute before the biggest poll in the country. You know,
Okay.
5 minutes. We made a clip for it with the biggest stars in Israel
Yeah.
acting on it, and they showed it 5 minutes before the main poll on Channel 2.
Yeah.
We can't complain about the reception that it got.
Okay. For for those people that you're looking at more of the musical channel, it's quite a funky track. You know, there's a lot of ska influences there.
Right.
So I guess it will translate well, I think, for other people, which is really cool.
Excellent.
Yeah. Your influences are quite varied, I guess, in terms of the different styles that you have. I know one track from the latest album is kind of a bit more, I wouldn't say dubstep, but it's probably, you know, somewhere similar to that in the UK is what we would say. So where would you say your influences come from?
Yeah.
Who wants to take the musical influence question?
Yeah, you're right. The song it's the main song of the album, Time to Wake Up, Zman L'Torer, and it does reflects like dubstep scene did effect on this song's beat. We try to stay open to music from all over the world, and we try to make our albums as eclectic as we can, because this is the way it's interesting for us. We don't want to get bored, you know. So and we want to evolve all the time as musicians, as artists. This album is no different. The genres we came across in this album were more of Middle Eastern, like Arabic styles. And it was much fun. We tried new scales and new methods of playing music. Yaya grabbed an oud, and Dudush played like Arabic keyboard, and some musicians from Arabic musicians from Israel played with us on this album. It was lots of fun.
Yeah, it sounds it.
I think our base music is like funk and hip hop, and we're always trying to look for new places to evolve in and to expand our broad lines, you know. So I think we were together like 17 years, and in these 17 years we tried a lot of combination in our music, and I would say it's very not traditional hip hop or funk. It's like it's very eclectic and I think unique.
Yeah, I guess when people say like hip hop, there's a lot of people think of Kanye or Jay-Z and very traditional kind of American hip hop, but that's not where you guys are coming from.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the funk influence is definitely
that's
strong.
always the trouble when they say what music do you play. So it's like, yeah, we play like funk and hip hop and Middle Eastern stuff and a little bit electronic, and it's too long.
You can't pigeonhole you, which isn't a bad thing. You know, you don't really want to be typecast as a specific type of people, which is really good. But the music scene in Israel at the moment, I guess, how would you describe it to people? Because not many people would know any Israeli bands at all. But then actually, there are a lot of Israeli artists out there. You just don't realize.
Yeah. There are a lot of Israelis that are doing it in English now. There's a big scene of English speakers. If you know Asaf Avidan, but there's a lot of talent in Israel, and I think it's like getting really better through the years. Like
Chen
Aharoni was just on X Factor. He auditioned.
I heard he was eliminated.
He was eliminated.
Wasn't it the second time?
He's done a couple of them.
He's done something 2 years ago, and he was eliminated too,
I think
right?
it was like the American The Voice, I think.
Wasn't it here in England too?
Probably. I think he just keeps trying.
Okay.
But I thought there were rules against that, because he's obviously has his own music already. But
if at first you don't succeed,
you try
again.
Precisely.
The thing is, he's like a singer, but it's different from like bands like Balkan Beatbox, as I said, or Asaf Avidan, or Infected Mushroom, or three of them from different genres, and still they can go outside of Israel and perform in big festivals, and it's really fun.
Yeah, you mentioned Balkan Beatbox. They've just had a track of theirs sampled by...
Right.
It's crazy. But again, no one really know where that comes from unless you happen to already know the scene. So it's interesting. Obviously, you mentioned that...
I just want to point out that Israeli arts in general, it's a good time for them. Israeli film is doing well. Israeli TV gets sold. Even our bad shows get sold overseas to a whole bunch of countries.
And remade.
Remade, yeah.
Exactly, rebranded. There's another one coming out, because obviously Homeland, was
Homeland.
originally an Israeli TV
Right.
show.
Right.
Also, like a whole bunch of very stupid game shows. The dance is doing incredibly well. איך אומרים אומנות פלסטית?
Plastic art.
Plastic art.
Just like, I'm not talking about plastic surgery. I mean like painters and sculptists and all that stuff.
Yes.
Everybody, it's all kind of happening. In a way that I don't remember before. I mean, there were always some exceptions to the rule, but the rule was nobody in this country gets anywhere. But right now in the art world, it's actually doing pretty well.
Okay. With that, would you consider, making material in English? Is that ever going to be a possibility?
We've recorded several songs in English, but
Like a whole album's worth, or?
maybe one day. But it always kind of happens that when we feel our immediate goals are in Hebrew. We can write a few songs before the album in English, and then when it's time to record, we just stay with like one or two, and the rest is in Hebrew.
Yeah. You say immediate goals. Do you want to explain a little bit what your immediate goals are?
What I mean basically is that in our genetic code, it's to speak with Israelis loud and clear. They're in our first round. Israelis, all the Israeli passports, regardless who they are. In the second round, I would say the Jews of the world, and perhaps also Palestinians and people in the Arab countries around us, open-minded. And in the third round, it's the rest of you guys.
somewhere along the line.
So in order for us to communicate directly with you, you have to jump 2 rounds. It's a lot,
Yeah. But I mean, you guys are obviously incredibly successful in Israel, and if that's where you want to be and who you want to connect with, then you're doing pretty good.
We don't mind like making it big time in here, yeah.
Oh,
don't
mind.
take us wrong, yeah.
I'm sure
We would like to, and we will write songs in English, and that's for sure, because we write songs. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and English, it's a very nice language to write songs in.
Okay.
Very round.
Yeah, I always find it strange how kind of the universal song language is English.
Yeah.
And people that don't speak English at all, but they will sing in English and write in
Right.
English, which is really strange for me to kind of comprehend. So what is the next plan like when you go back to Israel?
Excuse me?
Tomorrow.
When you go back tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning we go back, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any gigs coming up?
Friday and Saturday.
Oh, I'm looking over here now.
Friday in the desert, right? Or Saturday? Saturday we're performing in a reggae festival in the desert.
I heard about this.
So it's a very nice, weather
Friday we're
changing
playing in
in
a
few
bar
days. From Manchester to the desert in 3 days.
I don't know. I think this heat will be kind of on the same
Yeah.
lines.
We have a tour in the end of November in the United States, Canada, and Mexico.
Okay. Why Mexico?
Why?
Yeah.
Good
They
mojito.
invited us, so we come.
That sounds really cool. Have you ever been to Mexico before?
No.
Nope, first time.
Mexican restaurants.
Yeah. Do you like Mexican food?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do.
And Indian food apparently.
Yeah. We like that too.
Yeah. Yeah. You obviously tried the curry mile, which Manchester is kind of infamous for.
We didn't make it to the Indian restaurant at the end.
Oh no.
We saw on the internet it's 10 minutes walking, and we just crossed the street.
15.
That seems fair enough. I guess obviously you mentioned before working with or the message being passed to Palestinians, and the songs you've done a few songs with Palestinian artists. At the moment, is there anybody that you would recommend listening to?
Excuse me?
Would you recommend any Palestinian artists to listen to at the moment, or Israeli Arab?
First of all, you know Dam.
Mm-hmm.
They're our friends. Dam Nafar, great artist. I think he's international. I think he's an international rapper.
Yeah.
And
His
many.
cousin Saz.
Saz. Where's Saz now? In London, no?
Yeah, you've been to London, yeah.
Yeah.
And the rap scene in general in Palestine and Israel,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty strong amongst the Arabs.
Yeah, there's
There's a band called G-Town from Shafat
Mhm.
that are also good.
And I live in Jaffa, and there is a nice band from Jaffa called System Ali,
Right.
and they're like mixed musicians, Jewish, Arabic, more,
Jewish
yeah.
Arab, yeah.
Jewish Arabic. They sing like in like 3-4 languages. They're young, cool. Yeah.
Okay. I guess if there's probably about all the questions I have for you guys.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much for coming over.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.